It's been quite some time since Season 1 started. You can tell that the game is dying. Well, maybe not dying, but with no huge updates, players are going to satisfy their gaming needs elsewhere. But that new season is just around the corner. It's hard to believe that we're in March and Season 2 of Chapter 2 hasn't started. I know myself and many others will be back, but looks like I'm going to be coming back a little early. Epic Games surprised me with an early access look at the new season. The email told me to download the update and that I could play it in a few hours as part of testing. I booted up Epic's launcher on my PC and the update was already being applied. A few minutes pass and Fortnite loads up. The loading screen was changed and it showed a new area. Right when the animation said Season 2, it crashed. What rebooted? Well, this wasn't Season 2. It just said Battle Pass 666. Now I know why I'm testing this. Fortnite is glitching super hard these days. Still, I couldn't deny the skins and content for this Battle Pass. It was dark and creepy. There are 100 tiers alright, and the tier 100 skin looked like a real demon. No kidding. But I figured I wouldn't have the chance to make it to max tier. After all, this was just an early access look. It even said in the email I would only have a few hours to play. The Battle Pass wasn't really important, I suppose. So let's drop into the map and see what's been changed. Wait, this is different. Where's the battle bus? At least the blue one that we know and love. This one looked like it was made out of bones. You could see all the players inside the bus too. The bone bus was literally nothing but a cage. It left an exposure so you could see everything inside. I jumped out of the bus and to be honest, it's perfect. This is exactly how I remember everything. I could play this forever. It almost looks like Season 3 of Chapter 1. It's almost as if no time has passed at all. Almost like a dream. None of this is making any sense. It's March. Why was Season 2 delayed so much? And why am I testing something called Battle Pass 666? It's March already. What does any of this have to do with anything? I thought the new Battle Pass was starting in February.
All doctors to the ER. All nurses to the nurses station.
Now, I know this must be hard for you, but we're detecting very little brain activity. The only life your husband is ever going to have is one of dreams and comas. He's probably dreaming up small pieces of his life and gluing them together to make a new reality. He might even start to think he's in a dream because the things are becoming so mixed up. This is no life for him to live. It might terrorize him. It's in my medical profession that we turn off the life support. The car accident was too much. You have to let him go. If not, he'll be stuck in an endless loop never to escape. At least in death, he'll find his peace. Did you hear? There's a rogue master minotaur skin on the loose. Don't let him catch you. If he kills your character in the game, that skin that you're wearing, it will be lost forever. I don't always believe in these horror stories, but every now and again I'd like to believe, or at least I'd like to believe that there is a normal reason, like a rogue Epic employee with a few .exes up his sleeve. I just didn't know that I would experience its wrath. I can tell you the rumors are true, and if you see this Minotaur skin, leave the game. Let me warn you with my story before it's too late. I, like many, heard the rumors going around, but I didn't believe them. I mean, come on, a master Minotaur skin, with glowing blood-red eyes, wearing rotten flesh, fanged claws soaked in blood? It just sounded like a horror story, just fake. Later that same night, I found myself playing Fortnite alone in solos. This would be the fateful match that would turn me into a believer. The match was quiet, and everyone seemed to land in various locations. 65 people were still alive in the first circle. Something caught my eyes on the kill feed. It was different. It wasn't different per se, but the words on the screen were different, so that got my attention. It said, question mark, question mark, question mark, impaled, and it was corrupted. What did this mean? I started to get worried when I ran across a body laying down in fatal fields. Its chest had been impaled. Like the rumors had said, this skin wasn't scanned out of the game, it was just left here. Like it wasn't going to be in the person's locker. I kept on moving. I heard a ton of gunfire, and I mean a ton. I made my way up the hill overlooking Lazy Lake. I never seen more people teaming on one person before, but when I got a closer look, I understood why. It was the Minotaur. The bullets had no effect on him. He just charged at all of them, impaling them in their chests. None of their skin scanned out. They all just laid there on the ground, dead. And then, he spotted me. He charged at me. I shot at him, even though I knew it wouldn't work. I had on the Omega skin from Season 4, and I didn't want to lose it. I see a chopper near me, and I decide to take my chances running there, but the Minotaur was too fast for me. I could hear his footsteps coming faster and faster. I was sweating in real life. Just before I made it up to the chopper, I saw the Minotaur impale my character from the back. I saw its horns go through its chest. I saw blood leaking out and the rib cage exposed. It said that I died on the screen. It took me back into the black hole like when Season 1 just started. When I pressed the button to go through it, I was brought back to the regular screen. I immediately ran to check my locker for the Omega, but it was gone. If you see this Minotaur, you need to know that these rumors are true. I got a friend request today. I have my friend request set to auto decline, so this is most interesting. I deleted it. Now I'm even more interested and albeit mad, because this person should have been deleted. But no, I find him on my friends list. Even worse, the option to remove him as a friend, that was grayed out. I couldn't do it. Who was this person? Was he someone important to the game and had special privileges? I wouldn't have to wait long to find out. The person joined my lobby. No surprise here, my party was locked. This person definitely had some special privileges in the game. Was he a coder for Fortnite, I wondered? I tried to kick him, but it wouldn't let me. It was either I got off Fortnite or I played duos against my will. How bad could playing duos be? I started it up. I was expecting this person to have a mic. After all, he did all those things to get here in my lobby. But no, he didn't talk. He didn't even play. As a matter of fact, he was AFK and never even jumped out of the battle bus. I left the game and I turned off Fortnite. A few hours pass and I wanted to play the game again. I go back online and to my surprise, as soon as I got in the lobby, this person was there again. I had it at this point. What do you want? Just say something, I said to him. I looked at the message window at the bottom of my screen, and there was a message that read, "No need." Before I could say anything, another message popped up. "Because I'm in your house, you could hear me just fine." My face went cold. My heart started pumping rapidly. Could he have gotten past all of that because we were on the same internet? It's possible. As I got up, another message popped up. No cops. I heard something upstairs and I looked at the screen again, waiting for another message. And sure enough, another one came up. That's me. "What do you want?" I screamed. Just 2 words sent me into panic. "Your life," the message on the screen read. I didn't know what to do. I was being held hostage. I couldn't call for help. I started to hear footsteps. They were going far off, and then I heard them closer. He was at the staircase. I heard the staircase creak. He was coming. He was coming downstairs. I saw him. He had on jeans and a hoodie. The hoodie covered his face. "Who are you?" I said to him. He said nothing to me as he approached me even closer. I grabbed the nearest thing to defend myself. It was a baseball bat. "Don't come closer," I warned. He gets within arm's reach of me and I swing the bat into his head. It goes through. I drop the bat in fear. Just what's going on? He takes his hood off. He had no head, there was nothing. Just a neck that had been clean cut in half. I could see the bones sticking out. "Why me? Do I know you from somewhere? Have I seen you before?" There was a silence for the first time ever. This thing talked to me. He said just one word. "Hell." He ran at me and I was expecting to join him in the afterlife, but he just ran through me. I go back on Fortnite wondering what was going on and hoping Fortnite could give me clues. The person, he isn't on my friends list anymore. Just what was that? That thing could have killed me if he wanted to. But I think I'm staying away from Fortnite for a while. I hope you don't get a friend request like that. I'll let you know if anything more happens. You see the number 666 a lot. It's often associated with the devil or other things considered to be supernatural or negative. But I guess that just doesn't stop me, and maybe so. But I would like to think that the suffering that I've endured and the horrors that I saw will make you learn a little lesson from me. I often get invited for closed tests, freebies, or partnerships. It comes with the perks of running a YouTube channel, so it's no surprise that an email showed up for me to preview something. But it wasn't just anything. It was something I was super confused about. Fortnite wanted me to test out something called Season 666. I read the fine print, and it was actually 2020's new Halloween update. They were going away from the whole Fortnitemares thing. Now all of this made perfect sense. This wasn't a cliche story with some shady people and a little jump scare. The scary part was, all of this looked so safe, so normal. A company emailed me for a test. It was just so a part of the job. When I logged into Fortnite, I was greeted to a new menu. It showed the three usual options: Save the World, Battle Royale, and Creative. But now, there was a fourth option, and it was called Season 666. I clicked on it. A message popped up, and it read, "Dear Twitch or YouTuber, thank you for your attendance in Season 666. This is not a beta test. This is early access to qualified influencers. Report any issues to your personal Fortnite staff member." It only had solos available to play, and the description, it had me worried. The description said, "A personal experience playing on your own personal fears." I had a bad feeling about this, but still, I had early access to this game, and I was going to take advantage of that. I started the game, and it became very clear. This was like the Wrath of the Storm King LTM. I was forced to loot super fast and to get to the middle island. That island, it was all on fire and burning. The trees lit up like huge torches. There I see someone. It looked like my brother. He died a few years ago. I yell out his name, but he disappears into the fire. I saw many loved ones, all of whom died. I call out to each of their names, and nothing. Then things got creepy. I started to see people who were still alive, but it showed them dead. One by one, I saw all of my loved ones die before me. I was overwhelmed with so many emotions, but the first one was fear. Then I saw what looked like me. I was older, much older, and I looked sad. It showed me in my life, and it was lonely. I was lonely. I was never married and I never had kids. All the people that it showed who died truly must have, because then it showed me dying alone in a hospital bed. I was forgotten by the world the next day. I never amounted to anything. I was forgotten. I was forgotten. My skin started to get goosebumps. How did the game know all of this? How did it know my deepest fear is to die alone and to never amount to anything? How did they know? I quit out of Fortnite and I haven't played since. Season 666. It's a hell on earth. I can only imagine that they researched me, watched me, stalked me. That's the only way they knew all of this. Season 666 will specialize and play on your own worst fears. We're in so much trouble when this goes public. Do I just speak directly into the microphone? Tell us what happened. I can't. You have to. I held a contest on my YouTube channel. It was just supposed to be a simple winner got Season X's Battle Pass and a play session with me for 2 hours. So I got the invite from the fan. The fan didn't talk at all, or should I say at first. I figured he was just shy, most people are when they meet me or even play with other YouTubers. And what else? Then he just started talking to me, asking me the normal questions any fan would ask, and I answered them. Questions like, what's it like to be a YouTuber? What's my favorite video I've ever done? Stuff like that. Then he goes quiet. Next thing I know, he's asking me off-putting questions like what color my hair is, what my eye color is, my height, things like that. I felt weirded out. And what did you do? I did what I usually did. I chose to ignore the questions. And then if he asked why, I would say that I didn't hear him. His mic goes quiet again. A few games pass and I have about 30 more minutes with him. Then he asked me a question that, as a YouTuber, it really didn't set well with me. What did he ask you? He asked me what color my house was. In normal conditions, that's a fine question. But with how he was acting in his previous questions that he asked, this question was quite concerning. He didn't talk again. I was counting down to when I could leave. He asked me to play one more, and I said yes, because I always want to be nice and cool to my fans. When the match started, he told me to calm down because he was about to tell me something. He told me that he had my address. His dad worked for the government or something like that. But he read out the address to me. He then told me he was at a nearby hotel. That's when I heard my doorbell ring. He was already here. He just wanted to talk to me in person, but I ran upstairs to my room and locked my door. That's when I called 911. I could hear him screaming at me to let him inside, that I owed him that. After about 5 minutes, I heard a window break. I heard him clearly now. He was inside my house. He said, "I'm just letting myself in. You need to let your #1 fan in." And at this time, I'm thinking, where are the police? I kept on thinking that. I heard him slowly walk around downstairs, checking out each room to find me. After a few moments of silence, I heard the stairs slowly creak. He was moving close to me. He was coming upstairs. I heard my guest room open up right next to me. Lucky no one was staying there at the time. That's when I see blue lights in my bedroom mirror. The police didn't have the sirens on. They wanted to catch this person off guard. The fan gets to my room. It's locked. He starts beating on my door, then punching on my door, then kicking on it. I was tensed up, just wondering what was going to happen. I hear multiple footsteps rush upstairs. I let 911 know where I was at since I was on the phone with them. I heard the police demand their orders. I heard a gunshot, followed by an arrest being made. The police asked me to open up the door. I see the crazy fan being taken away. He was only shot in the leg and he's going to be just fine. The police interviewed me right there on the spot and then left me at my house alone. But I guess the reason I'm here, Doc, is I can't get the images out of my head. Will I ever be the same? I don't know what this fan was going to do to me. It makes me question meeting random people ever again. That's the scary part. This wasn't a monster or a ghost. This was a human like me or you. But he wanted to do something and he broke into my home to do it. Humanity. That's the scariest thing of all. Poor Jonesy. He just can't catch a break. He boarded the wrong battle bus. But it's too late. All aboard. Did anyone else get creeped out by the Fortnite short that just came out a few days ago? Sure, it had Fortnite's sense of humor, but something dark lurked below. Lucky for me, I'm a data miner, and I was able to find the scrapped cutscene that added on to the short that we saw. Let's just say it has a dark ending, and when I finished the ending, I understood why. Poor Jonesy. After the cutscene ended, they began to grab him. He tried to move away, but he was stuck on the bus. One of the ones that grabbed him had a paintbrush and began to paint Jonesy's face red, like a tomato. Jonesy tried to get up to jump out of the battle bus, but they wouldn't let him. They grabbed their pizza cutters and began to carve into him. He was screaming in pain. Now he was truly red, like a tomato. Jonesy was about to pass out from the trauma and the blood loss, but was given bandages to heal. It was just a setup. They cut him up some more and opened the wounds back up once they had healed. This was hard to watch. One by one, the tomato heads jumped from the bus. None of them had gliders. And when finally it was Jonesy's turn to jump, he was too weak and had to be helped to the door. Right before he jumped out, one of the tomato heads took his glider and then pushed Jonesy out. It showed him free fall in slow motion and then hit the ground. I heard bones crack and blood splatter. The cutscene was over. Don't go digging for the file like I did. You may not like what you find. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you aren't subscribed yet, be sure to do so and join the Scary Squad. I have 2 videos down below for you to keep the spooks on coming. Click the link in the description or this card right here to check out official FlipLaScript merchandise.